So I think we've all had moments in our life where we start to lose sight of what we're doing. We start to forget what was most important, or we use that cliche saying, we took our eye off the ball, we lost our sharpness, we didn't stay focused. Guess what? In my life, any time that I stopped with that high standard of staying focused, of watching everything that goes on, this is such a broad part of your life that whenever we say about being sharp and being focused, it's not just how you use your mind, it's not just what you look at, it's how you run your whole life. It's how you run everything that you're doing, right from how you wake up in the morning, right through to what you eat, right through to how you detoxify your body, right through to how you communicate with people, how you learn, what you feed your mind, what you come in contact with, where you choose to actually go on your day-to-day activities. If you're going to the office every day and there's a bunch of people that are sick and they're smoking and they're hungover, and that's your communication, that's where you're spending 8 hours a day, that's where you're taking in a lot of information, guess what? There's people out there who are going in those type of environments and they're getting hit hard with a lot of shit. They're getting other people's toxins they're coming in contact with. The communication's usually terrible. If you're hungover, you're not having a great conversation with someone. They're usually not the most positive. So you're taking in all this difficulty. You're having to process this and move forward. As you leave the office, are you coming away pumped, ready, looking for the next opportunity, trying to focus on a passion or trying to create something? Or are you coming away feeling, what just happened? I need to get rested for tomorrow. Those people aren't sharp. Those people, we hear about it very often. Marriages didn't work out. People are depressed. Unfortunately, suicides have increased. People aren't feeling enthusiastic about life. How can you feel enthusiastic about your life whenever some of the people you spend the majority of your day with are just terrible people to be around? Again, there's so many different things that you have to run correctly for you to be able to be sharp. If you want to be your best, if you want to be totally focused, then there's a lot of things you have to do correctly. But fortunately for everyone, anything that you do that's better than what you're currently doing is going to help you massively, and you're going to notice it. So if you are that person who's around people that they don't like and it's difficult to keep going, whenever you throw in something like a workout, whenever you go for a run in the morning, you boost your endorphins, you sweat and you're cleansing your body. You're doing something that you know pushes you beyond where you were previously. That creates a great start. That creates an ability to go out there and create a success. But the more that you keep doing that and then you look back on how you used to be, you notice how you weren't sharp. You'll notice if you go from doing very little to you work out, you eat very healthily, you drink a lot of water, and then you look back to how you were before, you'll notice such a huge difference that you would think, how could I have ever went without that? How could I have ever functioned at a high level running my life the way I used to? And that's what you're going to notice as you go along this path of making yourself better and improving yourself. So as far as going sharp and staying focused, anytime that you let off the pressure, because it is a pressure, and most people view, if you're in the health food community, people would think pressure's bad, or you shouldn't have pressure, it should all be okay and let's all be happy. To create a change takes a lot of effort, and pressure is what's going to do it. Now you might have something else that you use. You might say, I'm going to be motivated to make a change, etc. Those things, whenever I say pressure, I mean something's pushing you. That's what you need in life. And at any moment that you reduce your ability to stay focused, etc., you'll never notice until it's too late how much you missed and how much you fucked up, how much you created the problem, how much you not running your life correctly caused the problems that you see around you. Whenever it comes down to relationships, friendships, business, connecting with yourself, going where you want to go with your life, and it's whenever it's too late. It's whenever you realize that you were getting too toxic and you didn't even notice with your own body. You didn't run the relationship. One of the most important ones is yourself. How do you run yourself? Whenever you're unhealthy and your body's not processing what's in it, you start to lose communication with all the things that make you able to do what you want to do, to have energy, to see the great opportunities, to actually go out and push and do something great. Whenever you lose that, then you've lost so many other things. It's hard to work on the things that are great and important. And it's still applicable. You could be the healthiest person on the planet, but if you're not socializing, if you're not pushing yourself, if you're not growing, then it's going to be very hard for you to find the reason to be great, to go out and do stuff. You need to be around great people. You need to be actually going towards something. If there's nothing you're going towards, then unfortunately it's a saying of, if you're not bettering yourself, if you're not going forward, then you're usually doing the opposite. Very rarely do things stay still. You're either going up or you're going down. And unfortunately, nearly everyone goes down in life. It takes this effort now. You come back from the run in the morning and you're exhausted. You're going halfway through work. You feel like sleeping on the chair you're sitting on. Those are the reminders that most people take incorrectly. They think, I shouldn't have done that today because now I'm tired and I can't function right. You should be saying, this is what I need to be doing every single day so I can be stronger at work, be more focused. This is what it takes. This is a great reminder of what I've done. The thing that I've done that makes me better than what I used to be. Not saying I shouldn't have done it because now I'm tired. Rather saying I'm glad I've done it, and this is a reminder of how hard I've pushed myself. The more you can do that, the sharper you become. So you're either getting sharper and more focused, and you're going to see problems before they happen. Wouldn't we all have liked in life to have seen problems before they happened? Before you get served that shit in front of you, would you not have liked to have known that's coming? Let's move over here and go create something great. Because whenever you're sharp, you always do that. Whenever you've dropped your level of sharpness, your focus, you get the plate of shit, and now you have to go clean it up. Now you have to go sort it. And nearly everyone out there can use an example that's happened in their life. Why not look at those examples and memories and say, this is why I need to stay focused? If you can do that, you're going to create a great life for yourself. It might seem difficult, it might seem hard, it might seem very complex. You're running so many different things. It all plays a part. Every single thing you do plays a part. Who you choose to talk to, where you choose to actually work. And unfortunately, it is work for people. Whenever you're passionate, it doesn't really feel like work. You can go for 24 hours and still be very healthy. 24 hours, calculated 24 hours non-stop on something. When you're passionate, it's phenomenal. Whenever you're working, you're leaving, you think you might die the next day. There's a huge difference there. So if you can find that for yourselves, run every single part of your life correctly, that will help you stay sharp, stay focused. And that's the difference between getting the things that you don't want and you don't know where they came from, and actually seeing those things in advance, avoiding them, and creating something that you really want. So if you have that view and you keep going towards what you want, then you've just completely changed the dynamic that most people have in this lifetime.